Hey friends, I'm back today with another Flashback Friday, and I'm super excited to talk about this palette because I actually, not too long ago, used another one of this brand's palettes, and I was very, very happy with how it turned out. And after using that one, I really wanted to use this one, especially because of the time of the year that it is. So with that being said, the brand that I'm talking about is Gourmande Girls, and the palette that I'm talking about is the Nightshade palette, and this is what the outer packaging looks like. I love the little pumpkin and the leaves. I think that's really cute. I definitely like this. It's not like my favorite packaging. It's not my least favorite. Definitely not my least favorite. I like the kind of holographic turn. It's not quite holographic, but the kind of shiny-ish turn on the writing. Super cute. But for me, the star of the show is the actual color story, which I did not think I was going to like as well as I actually do. I felt like maybe it was too many purples and maybe it was just not quite there for me, and now I am just feeling completely the opposite. I am really digging this. I love the finishes that are in here. I think that they're really good. The textures, the formulas, they're quite wonderful. I am really excited about it. Gourmande Girls is a great brand. I did used to be affiliated with them when I did affiliations. I'm not affiliated with them anymore, so like I always said and like I always do, my opinions are my own. I like this palette. I like the brand. Everything was packaged well. It arrived quickly. I'm really feeling this. I think this is perfect for this time of the year, and definitely would also be great for like summer. You've got those pops of colors in here. I'm actually going to get a lot closer. I'm so sorry. You can also see that I feel like the little presses on the pans held up pretty darn well, and they're super cute. And there's a lot of flip to these that you guys may not be 100% catching, but I will be doing swatches for you guys, and I will be doing 2 looks, so hopefully that will help you decide if you want to pick this up. All right, let's do some swatches. As normal, I don't have anything on my arms. I have no performance boosting stuff like bases, lotions, primers, you name it, nothing's there. And I am just in normal lighting. Let's start with the shade Black Night. Actually, let's start with getting a wipey rag. Okay, all right, now we're ready. Let's do Black Night. Ooh, she back. She talk. She's like a one swatch and done. I mean, I'm gonna go back in for the sake of it, but yeah, she's very pigmented. Okay, then we're gonna go into the shade Deadly. And this, oh, I didn't say, but that last one was a black shade. I think I did say, actually. Haha. This one is kind of like a concrete color. So it's gray, it's got a little bit of brown, has a hint maybe of purple to it. These are very nice mattes. They're smooth. They're kind of creamy, but not like super creamy. Then let's go ahead and go into Night Fury. Ooh, which now I'm sad I did not use. Dang, that looks awesome. Okay. It's kind of a grayish purple with a little bit of taupe in there. Very, very sparkly, very shifty. It's actually coming across more purple than I was expecting. Then let's go ahead and go into Woody. And that's kind of, well, it's purple, but it has a, well, it looks like it has a little bit of a berry undertone to it. Very nice shade. Then let's go into the shade Poisonous, which I really, really like, actually. Look at that. Gorgeous. It's kind of a gray-based purple shifting, maybe even a little bit of champagne shift to it. There's a lot to unpack with this shade, truthfully. Maybe a little hint of green. Yeah, a little hint of green, bit of gold, a little bit of orange. She's beautiful. Maybe even a little bit of pink to it. Then let's go into the shade Nightshade. I don't know if I have swatched these close enough together. This is kind of like a hot fuchsia, but slightly more purple. That is a great color. I did not do a great job of swatching it though. I feel like I got a little bit of that shade right before it stuck in it, so it's not perfect, but it is what it is. Then let's go into Dream Shade. Oh, which is a Dream Shade. It's a blue, purple, pink. Very sparkly. Really gorgeous. I used this today as well. And boy, is she a showstopper. That is stunning. Next, let's go into the shade Belladonna. Belladonna. Very light purple, with a hint of gray to it. Very nice shade. Sorry, I feel like I'm a little shaky. Then let's go into the shade Hypnotic, which I also used today. Like, can we... It's almost like a light gray base, pink shifting purple and blue, but a different finish. And it has a little something else. Like, I feel like it shifts a little gold and green as well. And I hope you guys can see it. Yeah, it is like a oil slick, but on a soft base. Oh, so beautiful. I freaking am obsessed with that shade. Then let's go into the shade Enchanter. Yeah. This is also stunning. It is similar to the one that's next to it, but the base is even lighter. And the shift is not quite the same. The shift is more blue, pink, and purple only. It makes a really nice highlight in her corner. Really liked using this. Used it for both my eyes and for highlight. Then, let's go into the shade Flowering. Actually, let's go to Bittersweet. This was a favorite of mine in the palette. I love yellow matte shades. Like, they are some of my favorite shadows to use. And this is like the perfect yellow. It's slightly less than mustard yellow. Like slightly warmer than mustard yellow. The next shade is Flowering. Also a favorite of mine because I love yellows that have a green and blue shift to them. And this one is spectacular. Like, when I used it on my eye, I was super impressed with it. Oh, there's actually a pink and orange shift to it as well. I don't know if you guys are seeing it, but... Then let's go into the shade Henbane. Really nice kind of springish green. Very bright green. I feel like this should be a slime. And then the last one is called Hellebore. Possibly Helebore. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing. Oh, she pretty. Really sad I did not use this now. And this is a green that has a bit of a blue turn to it. And possibly a little bit of a purple. Really great palette. It's just perfect for this time of the year. I'm really, really happy with it. I'm going to get some video and some other lighting situations, and I will share those with you guys. Alright, so I have an idea in mind, but do I think it will necessarily turn out how I'm wanting? You guys know, things usually get away from me, but we're going to start real strong with the shade Bittersweet right up here, and I'm going to pop that into the front part of my crease. And I'm going to attempt to clean up a brush along the way. Shocker. Someday I'm going to clean them. Just no time soon. I like that yellow. It's like a mustardy yellow, but a little bit more neon than mustard. That's a really interesting color. I like it. I pretty much, you know what? I don't think I've met a yellow. I don't think I've met a yellow that I don't like. Somewhere in the world, there's somebody getting ready to challenge me. Not a person, but like there's a palette, there's a color that I'm gonna see, and I'm gonna be like, not so much. Okay, put a little bit more on this side, and pull it a little further out. Okay, and then I'm just gonna do the same with the under. I'm gonna take that yellow. I feel like I'm saying hello, yellow, which is funny because my grandma kind of answers the phone that way. Yellow. You might be from Indiana when? Just in the front. Maybe a little bit in the corner as well. I feel like this is a really good matte, actually. Yellows are like hit and miss for me. They're either really good or really terrible. Do you guys have any other colors that you feel are like that? I feel like reds are kind of like that for me too. I feel like I've not really found a true red shade that I really, really like. If you have any, holler at your girl. Okay, now I'm going to go... I'm going to mix two shades. I'm going to mix the shade Belladonna and Nightshade to kind of create a, hopefully, sort of lighter purple. Sort of, hopefully. Sorrow's Prayers. Okay. And I'm just popping that in my outer eye area and gently bringing over. I don't know if I've ever done a yellow and purple combination, like look-wise before, but I was kind of feeling it. It makes me a little bit think of Taco Bell back in the day, like when I used to work for Taco Bell, because I totally did for like a really long time. I loved it mostly. I did one time have a chili cheese burrito with sour cream thrown in my face, so there was that, but and then I also had a soda thrown at me once because I always took orders in the drive-thru. And people would get pissed about like a wait, which, you know, it is what it is. I never understand treating employees like shit when, you know, things are out of their control. We're doing the best we can, man. I say we like I still work there. Okay. I wish I did. I actually really liked working at Taco Bell. Mostly. Okay. I'm going to put a little bit on the bottom of my eye as well. Mixing those two shades. I'd probably say about equal parts of the light and the like medium tone shade together. Just back and forth, picking up, and putting in the lower lash area on the outer part of the eye. I do feel like my shapes are a little funky. Shocker. I'm gonna try and fix it up a little bit. What do we think about that? Are we on the fence about it? We being me. Yes, I am on the fence about it a little bit. Okay, there's that. I do think I am going to take a little bit of a deeper purple as well, which I'm going to use the shade Woody for. And I'm going to find some brush that is perfect somehow to put it down. What it is, I don't know. I really need to go through these, bro. It's nobody's fault but my own. Okay, I'm going to use a really random ass brush. This is normally what I use to apply, like, glitter shades. Not glitter, I can't use glitter, but, like, multi-chromes and, you know, shiny shades to my eye. But that's alright. Multitask. That's a really nice purple. I do wish it were a little fluffy, but it is a little rough, so, you know, it's good for placing. For sure. Oh my goodness. What do you think about that? My cats, they've been on one today. I think Leo might still be up there. Oh, you guys can't see him. Oh, he left. Never mind, that's why. He was super cute and lovely this morning. I had a really, really rough night, and I get a lot of issues with like neuropathy, and I had slept funky, and part of my head went numb, and I was freaking out. I had a minor little meltdown, and he was just there being the good best boy. He's just like the best. He really is. He knows when I am distraught, and he is there for me. Also, so is my husband, but I woke him up at like 2 o'clock, freaking out. Obviously, everything was fine. Okay. I'm debating cutting my hair, in case anybody is curious. I'm like debating if I'm going to cut it real short. That way it's easier to wear wigs, which, because obviously I know, well, maybe you guys don't know, I wear wigs because I constantly am losing too much hair to really feel confident with my hair. Now, I usually do like dry shampoo and stuff, and that does help, but I have very thin, fine hair and some spots that are pretty bad, and it just makes me really uncomfortable. So in any case, I'm kind of debating cutting my normal hair so maybe it looks a little fuller and hides some of that, and also so it's easier to get my hair under a wig cap. I'm right on the fence. And I'm like, should I take it to here, or should I just get real short? Because I used to wear my hair pretty darn short. I'm torn on it. If you have any opinions, holler at your girl. I'd be really curious to know. Okay, I'm going to try this brush that I used the other day that I just found very good, surprisingly, which I didn't really love this brush for the longest time, and now it's like, you know, having its resurgence for me. I'm going to use the shade Flowering, and I'm going to put that all over the lid. I love a yellow that has a green-blue shift, so I was quite excited to see this. As normal, I have no eyeshadow primer or base or anything on my eyes. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Y'all, this brush is like legit. I'm really liking it, and it's funny because I always used to use this one right here, which is what I used on my outer, and now I'm like, okay. I'm just kind of patting and swiping. Pat, swipe. I like that. I think that's a really great color. Now, normally, here's the point where I would go ahead and just go ham and put down a whole bunch of colors, but I think I'm going to try and keep it kind of basic-ish, because there's already so much going on with these contrasting colors. I do wish I had an eye base. I think that you definitely see stuff a lot easier. It is still working really well, but as far as like the pop, I think you would see it a little bit better. But I still really like the finish of this. This is really nice. Okay. And then I'm going to try, I'm probably going to use my pinky because I'm weird. I feel like this just works better under my eye than a brush. Boom, shakalaka. I like that a lot. Okay, I did kind of get a little bit of, but that was me. It was my fingers, my fat little fingers. I'm going to take the shade Enchanter, which is up here in the top. It has shit, but you guys aren't seeing it. I love when brands do that, when they include like a little light highlight shade. Ooh, and just pop that in the corner. You know, I'm like, should we throw it on the cheeks? I do have a little bit of a highlight on my cheeks, but not much. I think we're going to go ahead and do that, assuming I can find my good highlighting brush. I've been trying to go through my brushes because I'm going to declutter my brushes. Well, by declutter, I mean sell, because I've got a ton of extra brushes in here. And I really only have a few that I really like. That way it's more manageable to keep them clean and washed and all that. Where is my brush? It's giving me a freaking... Sorry. I really like this one highlighting brush, and I can't find it. Why? Does anybody else have just like a massive cup of freaking brushes in front of them at all times? Or like a few cups? I have a few cups. Well, oh, I put it into my eyeshadow brush area. No wonder I couldn't find it. This is a little bit big for this pan, but I'm just going to try and come in at it on an angle. Yeah. Okay. Ooh. You guys probably didn't see it like I'm seeing it, but that is legit. I mean, it doesn't match my blush in any way, shape, or form, and I definitely used way too much. We're going to try and tamp that down with a little bit of the blush brush that I used today. Ooh, the color doesn't really match, but it is what it is. That is a sweet ass highlight. I mean, it's not technically a highlighter, but it's a highlighter in my heart. For, at the time I'm recording, we're getting ready to, well, not we, because I'm in Indiana, but Hurricane Milton's getting ready to come through, and I have just been super worried for everybody in Florida. I have, like, friends and family in Florida, and I hate it. And they stay, which, you know, they're probably gonna be okay, but I don't like it. I'm like, I want you to leave. Immediately. I don't know if you guys are seeing that, but it is a very strong highlight, like, real talk. Okay, I like that a lot, actually. There is that. I'm gonna get my liner on and my lashes, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I have my liner on, I have my mascara on. A random question for you guys. Do you feel like, do you ever get a trial of mascara, and the trial is, like, fantastic, and then you get the full-size tube, and it's like, wah, wah, wah. I was just curious. Anybody else ever have that happen? Any mascaras you guys really suggest? Because your girl, like, actually, I really like this one. I feel like I need to find the right combination. Back in the day when I was young, I used to have a great mascara combination. Why did I didn't just keep it? I don't know. I was an idiot. I was young. I wanted to try everything. And now I'm like, I should have just kept getting that. I should have kept doing that because they looked like popping. Now mine are kind of like, we're here. So in any case, this is what the look looks like. I like this one actually more than the Haunted palette. I think I like the color story more of, I don't know. I really feel like I'm feeling this palette a lot. I think that they did a great job with this, and I'm quite happy with the way this turned out. Okay, so I think I'm gonna mix some colors together because that's just kind of how I roll. I'm going to mix the shade Deadly with the shade Belladonna. Or Belladonna. How do you guys pronounce it? Somebody let me know, because I feel like I'm sounding a little strange. Maybe it's a Midwest thing. I feel like I pronounce stuff differently than a lot of people. Okay, and I'm gonna just pick up slightly more of the purple than I am of the gray, just by a little bit, just by a hint, by a smidge. And I'm putting that into the crease slightly above. Kind of windshield wiper-ish motions. Boy, this color is probably not going to mesh well with what I'm wearing, but par of the course, right? Okay. Same thing with the other side. I like these colors, which is saying something, because I'm going to take it all the way to the end too, actually. I wasn't going to, but I am. I'm kind of taking it in the outer V and then just out a little bit. Normally I'm not into like grays at all, but the performance on it is really nice. And y'all, my eyeshadow the other day lasted forever. Like, I had no issues with longevity at all, so that was nice. I was into that. Okay, work out. All right, let's do the same thing on the bottom. Someday I'm gonna clean these. Just not anytime soon. Now, every time I feel like I'm gonna have time to do something, something else goes to pot. It's a real thing. I'm gonna be having a boatload of dental work done soon, and I'm not looking forward to it at all. Sorrows, prayers, sorrows. For real though. I like absolutely abhor having dental work done, and I am not looking forward to it at all. So say a prayer for your girl, because she's quite nervous. Okay, now I'm gonna make a mess. That's what I'm gonna do, because it's all I'm good for. I am going to go and mix Woody and Black Knight, these two shades right here. Although I'm kind of tempted to mix that Belladonna or Belladonna with that black, but it's okay. We're just gonna lightly work into it, because that black is legit. Oh boy, I barely touched it, and that was very pigmented. Oh boy, I took it down too far. But that was me, not it. And I'm gonna just try and work it together. Keep it together, y'all. Except for this mess I've made down here, which I don't know how I'm gonna fix yet, but maybe I'll find some tape. I used to keep tape up here, but I don't think I've got any. I'm gonna do a little bit more kind of patting motion. Is it perfect? No. Are we going to come down on ourselves? No. Take a little bit of the same thing, very close to the lash line on the bottom. Maybe even there as well. Look, it isn't perfect. I'm sorry. It's never going to be perfect because it's me. Maybe I should, like, try and kick a little off like that. Man, this brush is feeling really, like, scratchy right now. I normally don't feel like that about this brush. But it's feeling like it right now. Same thing, just kind of trying to mix these a little bit better. So it's not so harsh. It's like that side worked out better than this side for sure. For sure. What lovely bruised eyes you have. Alright, there's that. It looks like it's like coming off of the corner here, but I don't think it is. I'm just going to have to gently apply here. There, I think that's better. And same thing down below. Sorry, I'm sniffly today. My allergies are off the chain. I'm like, it's kind of ridiculous. I apologize, guys. Yeah, I don't know if this is an application thing. Yeah, I think that brush is, I'm having some difficulties with that brush. Don't mind me using a pencil brush out in the corner. Who cares? Alright, the next thing I'm going to do is really think hard about what I want to put down on my eye. I really want to do Dream Shade right here, but I also really want to do this one right up here called Poisonous. And now I'm looking at it and I kind of want to do that one too. I'm tempted to do this one and then put this one over it. Let's try that. I'm going to take my finger for the shade Hypnotic, which was... Ooh, oh no. I'm not going to want to put anything over this. I can already sense it. Oh, she's shifty. She's beautiful. She's got style. She's got grace. Really, she does, though. Oh, I like that a lot. Pick up for the other side. I like that shade very much. Some really gorgeous shift to it. I like this palette. I like this palette a lot. I am feeling it. It is not at all kind of what I was expecting, and for that, it's even better, I've got to say. Okay. I think I am still going to try and do the shade Poisonous, kind of over the top of it. And we'll just go from there and see what else we might want to do. I am going to use a brush this time. I'm going to start it in the outer so I can just see how dark it is. Not pulling as dark as I thought it would, which is good. What do you think about that? Should we put it all over the lid? Am I going to regret it? No, I am not. That's a very interesting color. I make the weirdest faces when I put on makeup. I'm sorry. Sorry for anyone who's watching and going, what is up with her mouth? I'm sorry, we all have weird isms. This is just mine. Okay, I took it up a little high. A little high. Got a little ham there. Yeah, a little ham there. That's okay. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if I can go back and save this. I don't know. But it's not the performance of the shadow. It is just my placement, unfortunately. That Poisonous color is really cool. Probably be even more interesting with a shadow base, which I could have used and I didn't. I do like that. I really like that first shade. If it were slightly more metallic, it would have been like perfection for me. And I am going to take my pinky and pick up a little bit of Poisonous and just attempt to put it down there, which I did. I like that actually a lot. Same thing on this side. Well, that went better than it could have. All right, winning. Trying to see if I got a bunch of this somewhere else. Hang on. December's here. She has much to say about what I'm doing. Where'd you go? Hi. Hi. And now she's gone totally silent because, of course, I'm full of shit. Come over here. Today is her birthday. Today is both of my cats' birthdays, actually. They were born on the same day, but a year apart. So, well, December is 6 and Leo is 7, so we're celebrating that today. Right, Timmy? She's just sitting here totally silent right here on the floor. What if I can, like... No. Okay, it was a nice laugh. Yeah? Making me look like a freaking liar. Sitting down there like... Anyway, so she's probably trying to angle for some more treats because it's her birthday. Let's go ahead because more is more. And I'm going to take a little bit of Dream Shade and I'm going to put that in the very... I'm going to put it in the corner, I guess. No, I don't know. Should I put it just in the middle? I don't know where. And I'm going to put it just in the middle. And underneath as well. Oh, I do like that. I like that. Same thing on the other side. Middle, 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 middle. Oh, I like that a lot. Ooh, this has got some boom pow stuff here. Alright, and just to be a little extra, let's go ahead and I'm gonna take a little bit of that shade Enchanter and I'm gonna put it in my inner corner. And I will probably, I guess I could try and use it as a highlight again. I took a lot last time, so I need to be much more conservative. I'm gonna go to my son's football game after this, so it is very frosty, and I have a very warm blush on. Like, none of my makeup makes sense, but it's okay. That is very frosty. Gorgeous. Very gorgeous. I'm gonna put on some liner and some lashes, and I'll be right back. Okay, does this lip gloss make sense with this? No, it's fine. I don't care. I wanted to wear it. It's kind of a bluish purple shifting one, and I threw it over kind of a neutral lipstick, and it just didn't turn out quite how I was expecting, but that's fine. I just wanted to have a little bit of fun. This is with everything on, the liner, the lashes, and the regular eyeshadow. Not the regular, is astounding eyeshadow in my opinion. After using this palette, I've got to say I definitely really like it, and I will not be selling it or decluttering it at this point. I'm honestly surprised how much I really like it, especially because a lot of it is so similar in color, but then it's totally not. So a lot of these purples that look like they'd be the same head on are very different, and the textures are different, and the shifts are different, and the finishes are different. So there's a lot more variety here than it actually looks like. And can we believe I didn't use a single green out of this palette, which I'm feeling very sad about. But it's okay. I definitely like it. I think they did a great job. The formula is fantastic, and I'm really happy with this one. So I will be keeping it. With that being said, I hope that everybody's staying safe and healthy, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!